All right, gonna be trying an Pheno Thanos. Um, Instead of peach pepper, it's red and black. It looks mean, and I'm a little bit nervous to try it, but hoping it'll be something I can handle just fine. Here goes. Very sweet up front. Some heat pretty immediately. This one I'm assuming is pretty darn floral. It kind of has a little bit of a soapy taste to it. But it still has a little bit of a sweetness that comes forward and a little bit of a bitterness as well. But after the initial sweetness, there's just, I believe it is a floralness that's much more obvious than other pods that I've had. I still really like this pepper. It does have a lot of chunks, and it is very hot. Starts off probably around habanero level heat, and starts ramping up pretty quick. I think it's still climbing. We're definitely already in super hot range, so. It's really focused in the back of the throat. There's a little bit of heat in the mouth, but mostly on the tip of the tongue. But this is a throat scorcher. Hurts to talk and breathe out. Kind of hurts to swallow saliva too. Getting some ear burn. Sweating even though it's cool, and have the fan on. It's really painful. It's probably the hottest ear burn I've had, and it's really uncomfortable. Pain burns in the ears. It's making it hard to speak. Starting to get tingly in the hands. Starting to get numb in the hands. Really hot in the throat and the ears. This one's really painful, on par with the hottest pepper I've eaten so far. Like right in that vicinity, but probably not quite there. Tearing up. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Excuse me. This one's really painful. So heat in the ears is starting to go down. Heat in the back of the throat still hot. Excuse me. Hands are still numb. Nose is running like crazy. Still tearing up. I'll have to try regular Thanos. Sorry, I can't speak. Thanos tomorrow. Or if I'm blessed, maybe later tonight, but likely tomorrow. Okay, so pain in the ears is going down even more. It's kind of just warm right now. That pain in the throat is still very hot. Okay, I think the pain's starting to go down in the throat. Still super hot, but not nearly as bad as it was earlier. Starting to get some heat in the gums and on the tip of the tongue. Still very hot. Might be getting just a little bit of dizziness going on. This one's really brutal. I got these off Pheno Thanos from Fish is My Church in the Pepper Lovers Community Discord server. Let me tell you, Fish, so far, this is the hottest thing I've had out of your box. And I feel like I've had some pretty hot stuff so far already. Minus the habanado, of course. That was a nice, sweet, delicious respite. From all the heat. And I needed it right before this one. I knew this was going to be bad, but I didn't know it was going to be this bad. I'm wondering if the Thanos, the original one, the peach Pheno, is hot like this, or if it's going to be a little less, a little more. I'm not sure. This one surpasses almost everything. I think it's just barely in second place. I think the Gold Ghost crossed with Pink Tiger, Peach Pheno still takes the win for me as far as my worst reaction goes. But I still need to get that one on camera. And if this one's brutalizing me like this, I don't know if I want to do the other one again. Still probably gonna. If I can get some more of those from Stone Cipher. Or one more of those. Temperatures are dropping, but I still feel the need to suck in air. Because breathing out brings back a lot of heat still. Get some heat in my chest. Yeah, this one brutalized me for sure. Excuse me. So I think it's way down right now, but I think I'm still in super hot range. This This one took it out of me. This one's the type that'll take the wind out of your sails if you're not ready for it, for sure. I guess we'll see if that peanut butter sandwich helped at all. But I can feel heat going down, so I'm a little nervous, to be honest. Definitely gonna drink some yogurt as a preventative. Oh man. That's a weird feeling. It feels like my back is burning. That's unusual. Okay. I think we're getting down to manageable levels. Hands are still numb. Not like fully. I can feel a little bit of like pressure, but it's like mostly numb. I think I can still feel my face, so I know it's not as strong as the number one, but man, it's still brutal. This is an easy number 2 hottest pod. As far as flavor goes, initially it was like really sweet. Then like the floral bitterness came in with the sweetness and kind of overpowered it a little bit. So it was still present, but it wasn't the dominant flavor. I think the dominant flavor was the floral, and then there was like a hint of bitterness and a hint of sweetness during like the main bulk of like when I started swallowing the pepper. Excuse me. Not a bad flavor by any means, but unique, I think. I think the sweetness was almost fruity, and I think it only lasted a few seconds before, or maybe a minute. It just seemed so fast. Sometimes I think it's going down, and then it feels like it's coming back. But yeah, the sweetness was there for a little bit and then kind of got overpowered by the other flavors, even though it was still present. So kind of like a overall middle of the road for flavor for me. Had a really nice upfront sweet flavor, almost fruity, like berry tasting. So I did like that. But yeah, I kind of wonder what it would do in a sauce with that sweetness. If those flavors will stick around, or if certain ones will be removed. And I kind of wonder what it would do in a powder form too. Seems like it might end up being something pleasant to cook with, but I don't know. It would have to be something I test. And I feel like I would only use small amounts anyway, so with heat like this, you don't need a lot. Man, like a pinch of this will heat your meal up real good, I'm sure. Heat on the tongue came back a little bit, and a little bit in the back of the throat too. This one's a roller coaster, feels like. I think most of the heat's in the mouth at this point, mostly on the tongue, and in the gums. The heat in the throat's more of a glow at this point. Still a little bit dizzy too. So there was some form of endorphin rush. I'm assuming that's what that is, the numb hands and the dizziness. Still not the worst reaction I've had with that either. With the worst one, my whole body went numb and I started shivering. Like I couldn't feel anything really, and it made me nervous. I remember thinking during that pod, thought crossed my mind that I was literally gonna die, and I had to like convince myself, no, you're fine, it's just part of the reaction. It was just a lot. Luckily I didn't have that same full body numbness with this. Still very excuse me. Almost went down the wrong pipe there. Yeah, this one's brutal. I am getting pretty darn long on this video though, and I'm kind of rambling at this point, so even though the heat's pretty hot still, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Thanks for watching.